Silent transformations. You wake up one morning, like any other day, but something feels different. You can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe you stand in front of the mirror. You look at your hair. The temples have turned white. When did that happen, you wonder? Or climbing the stairs. Your knee creaks a little. Your breath comes shorter. I'm getting older, you say. A simple truth. Inevitable. But aging isn't just about changes in appearance. The body transforms from within, silently, slowly. And some of these transformations are never discussed. As men, we struggle to listen to our bodies. We were raised this way. Be strong. Don't complain. Endure. We lived like this for years. We rushed to work. We took care of our families. We put ourselves last. And the body? It silently did its job until it reached a point where it could no longer stay silent. Today we're going to talk about something most men face after 50, prostate health. You've heard this word perhaps, but do you know what it means? Most of us don't, because no one explains it. Doctors just say, let's do a checkup. But why? What for? And we can't ask. We feel ashamed, or we say, no need, I'm fine. But knowing is power. Knowing reduces fear, and knowing gives you the chance to take better care of yourself. Part 2, the prostate, the forgotten organ. Let's start from the very beginning. What is the prostate? I'll explain it very simply. No medical terms, just facts. The prostate is a small organ, about the size of a walnut, sometimes described as lemon-sized. It sits just below your bladder. It surrounds your urinary tract, like a ring. In your youth, this organ is silent. It does its job, causes no discomfort. You don't even feel its presence. But it has a function. It's part of the reproductive system. It produces fluid. This fluid is part of male function. For years, it performs this duty silently. But like every organ, the prostate ages too. And as it ages, it grows. This is natural. It happens in almost all men. It starts in the 40s. It accelerates in the 50s. They call it benign prostatic enlargement. The medical name is benign prostatic hyperplasia. But you don't need to remember that name. What matters is this. This growth puts pressure on the urinary tract, and this pressure causes symptoms. That's when you notice. But most of us don't want to notice. Because it's not talked about, it's seen as something to be ashamed of, because we have our masculine pride. There's nothing wrong with my body, we say. Or simply, if it happens to everyone, it happens to me too. It's normal, we think. But when your body is telling you something, you need to listen. Part 3, silent signs. Let's talk a bit more openly. What symptoms are we talking about? Not very dramatic things, not things that turn your life upside down. Small things, coming gradually, lived with, getting used to them. First sign, waking at night. You go to bed at night, you sleep, then you wake up. Your bladder is full. You need to use the bathroom. At first, once. I drank too much water, you say. I'm getting old. Then twice. Maybe my kidneys are tired. Then 3 times. Every night. Regularly, you lose sleep. You wake up tired. You're exhausted during the day. But you say it's normal. That's aging. Second sign, weak flow. You go to the bathroom. You want to urinate, but it takes time to start. You wait. You strain a little. The flow isn't as strong as before. It's weak. It stops, starts, drip by drip. You think you're finished. But then a few more drops come. I'm getting old, you say again. Everyone's like this. Third sign, urgency. Sometimes you feel it suddenly. You need to use the bathroom right now. You can't wait. Urgent. And you rush to reach the bathroom. You feel anxious. I'm losing control, you think. You feel embarrassed. You hesitate to go out. What if I can't reach the bathroom? Fourth sign, incomplete emptying. You go to the bathroom, you do your business, but a feeling remains inside you. It didn't fully empty. Your bladder still feels full. A few minutes later, you need to go again. And this feeling bothers you, constantly. Fifth sign, discomfort below the belly, in the groin, in the lower back. Not quite pain, but a heaviness, a discomfort. You can't describe it. I sat wrong, you say, or I walked too much. But that feeling continues. You don't have to experience all these symptoms. Some experience one or two, some experience all of them. But they all come from one common thing, prostate enlargement, and they're all ignored. Because they come slowly. They come silently. Part 4. Why we think it's normal. This is an important question to ask. Why do so many men accept these symptoms as normal aging? First reason, it starts slowly. Prostate enlargement doesn't happen overnight. It takes years, even decades. It starts in your 40s. You notice in your 50s. It becomes more pronounced in your 60s. And this slowness deceives us. Because it doesn't change in a day, we don't notice the change. Just like your children growing. You see them every day. You don't notice them getting taller. But years later, you look at photos and say, how much they've grown. Second reason, we don't compare. You don't remember yourself in your youth. At 20, when you went to the bathroom, what was it like? How long did it take? How strong was it? You don't remember because you weren't paying attention then. It seemed normal. Now there's a different normal, but you think that's normal too. You have no point of comparison, so you're not aware. Third reason, everyone around us is the same. You talk with your friends. You don't ask, how many times do you get up at night? No one asks, but everyone's experiencing it. Everyone's silently enduring. And this silence tells you it's normal. If everyone's like this, I am too, no problem. Fourth reason, shame and denial. As men, we're reluctant to show weakness. There's something wrong with me is hard to say, especially if it's about this area. Sexuality, urination, private matters. If I tell the doctor, what will they say? What if it's serious? So we ignore it. We deny it. No problem. I'm fine. Everything's normal. Fifth reason, fear. We carry a fear inside. What if it's a serious illness? What if it's cancer? What if surgery is needed? These fears paralyze us. If I don't know, it won't happen, we think. But the truth is, knowing is more powerful than fear. Because when you know, you can do something about it. Part 5. Awareness. The first step. Now I want to share the most important point with you. If you're experiencing these symptoms, you're not alone. More than half of men over 50 experience prostate enlargement. Over 60, that rate rises to 70%. Over 70, nearly 90%. So this is an extremely common condition. But being common doesn't mean ignore it. On the contrary, it means be careful, listen to yourself. Because these symptoms affect your quality of life. They disrupt your sleep. You stay tired during the day. They restrict your social life. You live with the anxiety of, what if I can't reach the bathroom? They affect your relationships. Your confidence diminishes. And this is where awareness comes in. Awareness is listening to your body, noticing these symptoms, accepting them, and taking action. Taking action isn't being afraid. Taking action is showing respect for yourself. First step, tell your doctor, I know it's not easy. You're embarrassed. You have your pride. You think I'm overreacting, but your doctor hears this every day. What's strange to you is routine for them, and they're there to help you. When you tell your doctor, they'll do some checks. Simple tests, blood tests, physical examination. Doesn't hurt at all. Takes a few minutes and gives you definite information. Yes, your prostate is enlarged. Here are your options. Or no, it's not the prostate, it's something else. Let's fix that too. In either case, knowing is better. Second step, don't rush. Your doctor may suggest medication. These medications can slow prostate growth or make urination easier. Modern medicine has come a long way. There are effective drugs, but they don't always have to be the first choice because every medication has side effects, dizziness, fatigue, changes in sexual function. For some men, these side effects can be more bothersome than the symptoms. So don't rush. Talk with your doctor. Learn the options. How serious is it? Is medication necessary now? Or can we wait? In some cases, lifestyle changes may be enough. In some cases, monitoring and waiting is sufficient. In some cases, medication is truly necessary. But make this decision with knowledge, not in panic. Part 6, Natural Support and Lifestyle. Now I'm going to give you some good news. There are things you can do to support prostate health without needing medication. These aren't medical treatments. I'm not promising miracles, but many men feel relief in their symptoms with these changes. 1. Adjust your water drinking habits. Drinking water is important, yes, but timing matters too. Drink plenty of water during the day. Your body needs it, but reduce it in the evening hours. After dinner, a few hours before bed, limit water. This can reduce the frequency of nighttime bathroom trips. 2. Watch caffeine and alcohol. Coffee, tea, cola. These contain caffeine. Caffeine irritates the bladder, increases the urge to urinate frequently. You can have your morning coffee, but limit it after noon. Alcohol has a similar effect. It irritates the bladder, increases urine production. If you have a glass in the evening, try reducing the amount and try not to have any before bed. 3. Move. A sedentary life is bad for everything, for the heart, for joints, and for the prostate too. Walk for half an hour a day at a gentle pace. No need to push hard, just move regularly. Blood circulation improves, the body relaxes, and this is good for prostate health too. Reduce sitting. Sitting for too long puts pressure on the pelvic area. If you work at a desk, get up every hour. Walk around a bit. 4. Kegel exercises. There's something called pelvic floor muscles. These muscles play a role in urinary control, and you can strengthen these muscles. A Kegel exercise is very simple. Tighten those muscles as if you're holding your urine. Hold for 5 seconds. Then release. Repeat this 10 times a day. No one notices. You can do it while sitting, while standing, and over time, these muscles get stronger. Urinary control improves. 5. Small changes in diet. What you eat affects your body. Some foods can be supportive for prostate health too. Tomatoes. They contain a substance called lycopene. It's an antioxidant. Good for the prostate. Raw tomatoes, tomato sauce, tomato paste. All good. Pumpkin seeds. They contain zinc. Can support prostate health. You can eat them raw or roasted. A handful as a daily snack is enough. Green vegetables. Broccoli, spinach, cabbage. Rich in vitamins and minerals. Good for general health. For the prostate too. Omega-3 fatty acids. Fish, especially salmon, sardines, anchovies. Reduces inflammation. Supports prostate health. Try to eat fish twice a week. Walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts contain healthy fats. A palmful daily is enough. 6. Stay away from red meat and processed foods. Too much red meat may not be good for prostate health. Once or twice a week is enough. Processed meats, sausages, salami, avoid these too. 7. Reduce stress. Stress tenses the body. Muscles contract. Blood circulation slows. And this can worsen prostate symptoms. Take deep breaths. A few minutes a day. Meditate. Or just sit quietly. Walk in nature. Listen to music. Give yourself time. 8. Regular sexual life. Yes, this is important to mention too. Regular sexual activity is good for prostate health. It helps the prostate maintain its natural function. Whatever your age, this matters. Part 7. Real stories. I want to share a few stories with you from real men, real experiences. Frank, 58 years old. For 3 years, I'd been getting up 2 or 3 times a night. I'd say I'm getting old. Then one day my son noticed. "Dad, you look really tired," and he said, "I can't sleep at night," I told him. "Why?" he asked. I was embarrassed, but I explained. "Go to the doctor," he said. I went. My prostate was enlarged. The doctor gave me lifestyle recommendations. No medication, just changes. I reduced evening water intake, stopped coffee after noon, started walking every day. After 2 months, I was getting up once a night. Now sometimes I don't get up at all. My life changed, just with small changes. Chris, 62 years old. I had symptoms for 5 years, but I was afraid to go to the doctor. What if something serious comes up, I thought. Then my wife insisted. "Go, at least know," she said. I went, got checked, just enlargement. No cancer, nothing serious. I was relieved. The doctor suggested medication but said, no rush. Try lifestyle changes first. I tried, started eating tomatoes every day, pumpkin seeds, walking, and it really worked. I'm much better now. I wish I'd gone 5 years ago. I worried so much for nothing. Robert, 65 years old. I use medication, and I'm not ashamed, because it gave me my life back. I tried lifestyle changes for years. It helped a little but wasn't enough. I was still getting up 4 times a night, exhausted during the day. My social life ended. Then the doctor suggested medication. Try it, he said. If there are side effects, you can stop. I tried. First week, a little dizziness, then it passed. And now I get up once a night. Sometimes not at all. My life came back. Medication isn't weakness. Medication is taking good care of yourself. These 3 stories tell you something. Every man is different. Every situation is different. For some, lifestyle is enough. For some, medication is needed. What matters is listening to yourself and making the right decision. Part 8, Common Misconceptions. Now let's correct some common misconceptions, because there's too much false information on the internet. Misconception 1, prostate enlargement means cancer. No, absolutely not. Benign prostate enlargement is not cancer. They're 2 different conditions. One is very common and harmless. The other is rare and serious. Prostate enlargement doesn't turn into cancer. Misconception 2, it only happens in old men. No, it starts in the 40s, becomes noticeable in the 50s. So it can start before you are considered old. Misconception 3, you have to have surgery. No, surgery is only considered in very advanced cases. Most men find relief with medication or lifestyle changes. Surgery is a last resort. Misconception 4, your sex life ends. No, prostate enlargement doesn't affect sexual function. Some medications can, but not all. And by talking with your doctor, you can choose medications with fewer side effects. Misconception 5, natural solutions are enough. For some, yes. For some, no. Natural solutions are supportive, but they're not miracles. If you have serious symptoms, definitely see a doctor. Part 9, talking with your family. Don't think of this topic as just about yourself. Your family's affected too. When you get up frequently at night, your spouse wakes up too. Their sleep is disrupted too. When you restrict your social life, they're affected. When your mood suffers, they're sad too. So talk with your family. I'm experiencing a problem. I want to tell you. Don't be embarrassed. They want to support you. And maybe they've noticed before you anyway. Talk openly with your spouse. I'm getting up frequently at night. I'm going to see the doctor. This gives them confidence and provides you with support. If you have children, especially sons, talk with them too. At this age, these things can happen. You be careful too. You raise their awareness, and maybe in the future, they'll take better care of themselves too. Part 10, a calm closing. Now we've come to the end of our long conversation. I've shared a lot with you today, but my most important message is this. Your body is not your enemy. It's a companion that has traveled with you for years. Sometimes it tells you things, quietly, and your job is to listen to it. Prostate enlargement is not something to be ashamed of. It's very common, natural, treatable, and there's a lot you can do about it. Small changes can make big differences. Change your water drinking habits, pay attention to your diet, move, stay away from stress, and most importantly, take good care of yourself, because you deserve it. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Knowing is more powerful than fear. And when you know, you can take action. Life after 50 doesn't end. On the contrary, a new page opens. When you listen to your body, when you show respect for yourself, this page can be very beautiful. And remember, you're not alone. Millions of men are experiencing the same thing. Talking, sharing, getting support. All of this is normal and healthy. Your body has carried you faithfully for decades. Now it's asking you to carry it with the same care and attention it has always given you.